Good morning, students. Today, we are going to discuss the balance portion with regard to the corporate accounting, that final accounts of companies, the balance sheet of company with the adjustment and notes to accounts. So, directly I am entering into the particular part. Only that is the remaining portion with regard to that module. Okay. So, we will look into that, how it is to be. So, this problem, prepare. Okay, Deva Limited was registered with 8 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. 5 lakh equity shares were issued to the public, out of which 4 lakh equity shares were taken up. So, total registered capital is 8 lakh, isn't it? Then, 5 lakh equity shares were issued to the public, out of which 4 lakh equity shares were taken up. The following are the balance of the accounts as on 31st March 2018. Share capital, 4 lakh shares of rupees 10 each, 8 called up. So 8 fours are 32 lakhs. Investment 5 years SBI mutual fund. So there is an investment for this one 5 years SBI mutual fund 5,50,000. Cash in hand 20,700. Cash at bank 76,700. Land 3,25,500. Building 6,52,000. Plant and machinery 8,99,000. Furniture and fixtures 2,26,000, vehicles 2,20,000, capital reserve 60,000, debtors 2,95,000. Then sundry creditors 1,55,500, proposed dividend 1,30,000, 10% debentures 2 lakh, stock in trade 6,55,000, bills receivable, prepaid insurance 14,600, bills receivable 20,000, securities premium 1,20,000, premium on reduction of debentures 10,000, calls in arrears 20,000, calls in advance 30,000, share application money pending allotment 1,25,000, employee earned leave on retirement 4 lakh, surplus in statement of profit and loss 1,50,000, provision for taxation 59,000, deferred tax liability, that is the net amount 2 lakh, secured loan from bank 50,000, bills payable 60,000, unsecured loan 150 lakhs, that is 1,50,000. Long-term loans and advances 6 lakh, and preliminary expenses 4 lakh, and other non-current asset 1,25,000. Prepare company's balance sheet in the proper form. This information is only available. Debtors for 10,000 are more than 9 months old. 9 മാസം അതിന്റെ കാലയളവിന് ഇതുള്ളതാണ് 10,000 രൂപയ്ക്കുള്ള. അപ്പൊ ഇവിടെ ടോട്ടൽ ഡെറ്റേഴ്സ് എത്രയാണെന്ന് നോക്കണം. അതിന്റെ 10,000 കുറച്ച് വേണം എന്ത് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഓൾഡ് ഡെറ്റ്സ്. ഇതാണ്. Okay, so 9 months old considered good. Okay, so this is extra debt on ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പം നമ്മൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്, ആദ്യം ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റ് എഴുതുക. ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റ് ഓഫ് Deva Limited, equity and liability. As you are aware that equity and liability is the first item in the balance sheet. So under that shareholders funds, under that share capital and reserves and surplus. Then share application money pending allotment, non-current liability, current liability, like the same assets, non-current asset and current asset, isn't it? So see, non-current asset and current asset. Then for this problem, we need to prepare the notes to accounts because too many transactions are there. So how the share capital is to be coming as one first item 31,80,000, we will check it. In the question, it is mentioned there as, look, see, share capital, authorized capital 8 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each, isn't it? 80 lakhs. Issued capital 5 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each, 50 lakhs. That all in the question, but we need to take only the subscribed and not fully paid up capital. See, understand students? Authorized capital is the registered capital. Okay, issued capital is it is to be issued to the general public, and out of the issue only 32 lakhs equivalent amount of the shares only subscribed. അതാണ് ഓർക്കേണ്ടത്. 50 ലക്ഷം ഇഷ്യൂ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട് ആർക്ക്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ടു ബി ഇഷ്യൂ ടു ദി ജനറൽ പബ്ലിക്. അതില് 32 ലക്ഷത്തിന് ഈക്വലന്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള എമൗണ്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളൂ, ഫോർ ദ പബ്ലിക് സബ്സ്ക്രിപ്ഷൻ. isn't it? So that is 80 lakh that is not to be taken care. Authorized capital is not to be taken care in this, but you need to mention it because in the proper format we need to prepare this. So issued capital 50 lakhs. Then subscribed and not fully paid up capital under lakh 4 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each, 8 called up. So 2 is there. What is that? That 2 uncalled. 10 ആണ് അതിന്റെ വാല്യൂ 10 രൂപ വെച്ചുള്ള 4 ലക്ഷം ഇക്വിറ്റി ഷെയർ. അപ്പം അതിന് 8 ആണ് കോൾഡ് അപ്പ്. അപ്പം 4 32 ലക്ഷത്തിന്റെ 32 lakhs inner amount column you need to put. From that, calls in arrears is there. ഇല്ലേ 2 രൂപ വെച്ച് കൊടുത്തിട്ടില്ലല്ലോ. That calls in arrear. So we need to check the problem once again. Here 10 each, 8 called up, isn't it? So ആ 10 രൂപ വെച്ചുള്ള 2 രൂപ വെച്ചുള്ള എത്ര ഇത് 10,000 8 ലക്ഷം ഇക്വിറ്റി ഷെയർ ബൈ 10 ഇപ്പൊ എത്രയായി 80,000 ആണ്. അതുപോലെ 4 ലക്ഷം ഇക്വിറ്റി ഷെയർ 4 lakh ഇക്വിറ്റി ഷെയർസ് അതാണ് 4 lakh divided by 10 40,000. Like the same, and listen here, like the same 5 lakh is the total equity share. Out of authorized capital 8 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. Then issued capital 5 lakh equity shares of rupees 10 each. And out of the 5 lakh only 4 lakh is subscribed. So 1 lakh is there. 1 lakh by 10 is how much? 10,000. So that 10,000 into the called up value. How much is the calls without it is paid? Rupees 2, isn't it? So 2 into 10,000, 20,000, that is to be deducted from that, and thereby we are getting this amount 31 lakh 80,000. 31 lakh 80,000. So once again, out of the issued capital 5 lakh, okay, that 5 lakh that is to be issued, but only 4 lakh is to be subscribed. So there is a difference of unsubscribed is 1 lakh. Unsubscribed divide by 10, that is 10,000. That 10,000 into this 2. 2 in the sense means 10 is the value of the face value of the share. Out of that 8 is called up only. 8 വിളിച്ചുള്ളൂ, ബാക്കി 2 കിടപ്പുണ്ട്. ആ 2 10,000 കൂടെ 20,000, 32 lakhs minus 20 lakhs 20,000, that is 31 lakh 80,000. Clear? So that is the first case, share capital. Look this 31 lakh 80,000. Then reserves and surplus. Next item, what all is there as reserve, that all put it here. Reserves and surplus, capital reserve it is 60,000, that is given in the question. Securities premium, that is also a reserves and surplus under the heading reserves and surplus, 1,20,000. Surplus in the statement of profit and loss, adum the question answer 1,50,000. Then take the total 150 plus 120, 270 plus 60, that will come 330. 330 minus 4 lakh is the less preliminary expenses is there. So 70,000, there is a surplus. Surplus order that is to be put it as minus 70,000. Look, minus 70,000. Clear? So we are calculating this, isn't it? So we calculated the share capital as well as the reserves and surplus. Next item is what? Share application pending allotment money. So in the question, is there anything like that? We will check it. In the main question, share application money pending allotment, it is directly given as 1,25,000, that is to be put it here. See, second item, share application money pending allotment 1,25,000. The next is non-current liability. Non-current liability under that long-term borrowings. What is a non-current liability? That is more than a year it can be disbursed of or paid off. അതായത് നമ്മൾ അത് കളയുന്നത്, ആ ഒരു ബാധ്യത കളയുന്നത് ഒരു വർഷത്തിനുള്ളിലല്ല, ഒരു വർഷത്തിന് ശേഷവും അതിന്റെ ഉണ്ട്. Okay, so that is long-term borrowings. That long-term borrowings, how it is to be worked out, we will check it. See the long-term borrowings. 10% debentures is there. 10% debenture, that is secured. Secured debentures is there, 2 lakh. Premium on redemption of debentures is there, 10,000. That is all directly given in the question. We are from there we are taking and put it here. That is whatever it is not for a short period of time, that comes in this. So long-term borrowings in the sense means that is a fixed liability. Other നാളത്തേക്കുണ്ടാകും, ഒരു വർഷം കൊണ്ട് അത് പേ ഓഫ് ചെയ്യത്തില്ല. അപ്പൊ അതാണ് ഡിബഞ്ചർ, കുറെ നാളത്തേക്കില്ലേ. സോ ലൈക്ക് ദ സെയിം പ്രീമിയം ഓൺ റിഡംഷൻ ഓഫ് ഡിബഞ്ചർ. ലോൺ ഫ്രം ബാങ്ക്, സെക്യൂർഡ് ലോൺസ് ഫ്രം ബാങ്ക്, അത് കുറെ നാളത്തേക്കുണ്ടാകാം. അൺസെക്യൂർഡ് ലോൺ, സോ ലോൺസ് ഒക്കെ എന്തിനകത്ത് വരുന്നതാണ്? ലോങ് ടേം ബോറോയിങ്. സോ ടോട്ടൽ ഈസ് 2 plus 10, 210, 260 plus 1, 360 plus 5, 50. So 410, 4,10,000, that is the long term borrowings. So clear? That is the this is long term borrowing. Then next is deferred tax liability net amount. So that is here. See, deferred tax liability under that net amount 2 lakh, that is to be taken here. Okay, and then another term is long-term provision is there, that is to be put in here. So that we check it. Long-term provision, long-term provision. See, long-term provision, that is 4 lakh. Check it. Long-term provisions, that is employee earned leave on retirement. That is, see, the same. Where it is employee earned leave on retirement, this one 4 lakh, that is to be put it as it is. Then we finish the non-current liability. Next is one more portion, current liability. Under that, trade payables. The trade payables, how much is the amount we will check. Bills payable and sundry creditors, that you already aware what is coming in trade payable. Bills payable is there. Then trade receivable, bills receivable is there, and also sundry debtors is also coming, isn't it? So trade payable, bills payable and sundry creditors 60 and 155,500, so 215,500, that is to be put it here. And then other current liability, that is calls in advance 30,000 is there. Where it is, see, the calls in advance 30,000 is there, calls in arrears is 20,000, that we already calculated, isn't it? 5 lakh is the issued capital, 4 lakh is the subscribed capital. Take the difference, 1 lakh divided by 10 face value. So how much? 10,000. 10,000 into that not called portion, that is calls in arrear, isn't it? So calls in advance 30, that is to be put it as here. And short-term provision, what all is there? That is provision for taxation and proposed dividend is there. So short-term provision for taxation and proposed dividend 59 plus 130, 189,000, that we are already putting there, and thereby we take the total as 46,79,500. Like the same, next part is, so you need to aware, keep it in mind, in this way only you need to prepare equity and liability, under that share capital, under that shareholders funds, under that share capital, and also reserves and surplus. Then second case, share application money pending allotment. Third is non-current liability, under that long-term borrowing. In this case, there is, other than long-term borrowing, there is long-term provision also, deferred tax liability also, like that. And current liability, there is trade payable, other current liability, and short-term provisions. While assets part is there, there is non-current asset, that is fixed asset, non-current investment, long-term loans and advances, and also other non-current assets. And there is current asset, like inventories or stock in trade, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalents, and other current assets, that is insurance is there. So how we will calculate this non-current asset? Under that, fixed asset. Fixed asset, what is that? Tangible fixed asset, like land, building, plant and machinery, furniture, and vehicle, that is directly taken from where in the question. അത് അതേപടി എടുത്തിരിക്കുകയാണ് ഇവിടെ, വേറെ ഒന്നും ഇവിടെ ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല. സോ അതെല്ലാം എടുത്തു, അതിന്റെ ടോട്ടൽ എടുത്ത് 23,22,500. 23,22,500, that we already put it here. Then non-current investment. Here in the question there is 5 years SBI mutual fund is there. See, 5 years SBI mutual fund. Investment is an asset, isn't it? So non-current fixed asset. For a 5 year they are putting. 5 വർഷത്തേക്ക് വേറെ കാര്യമൊന്നും ചിന്തിക്കട്ടെ, SBI mutual fund in there. അപ്പൊ എന്താ 5,50,000, that is to be put as asset. Then another item, long-term loans and advances, that is 6 lakh. Long-term loans and advances, that is directly given in the question, that is 6 lakh. And other non-current asset is 1,25,000. Other non-current asset is 1,25,000. that is 1,25,000. So fixed asset finished. Then current asset like investment, stock in trade 6,55,000. Investment, stock in trade, that is 6,55,000. That is already given in the question. Inventories, not investment, inventories. See, stock in trade 6,55,000. Then trade receivable. Trade receivable, there, what is that? 10 per, where is that? Receivable, there are some debtors we need to take care. See, sundry debtors 2,95,000. Out of that, what in the last it is telling, debtors for 10,000 are more than 9 months old. 9 മാസത്തിൽ കൂടുതൽ ഇതുള്ളതാണ്. Okay, so that 10,000 we need to take care. What is that? See, debtors more than 6 months, it is 10,000. Then other debts, it is 2,85,000 and bills receivable 20,000. Total 3,15,000 because 6 മാസത്തിൽ കൂടുതലുള്ള കടം അത് good debts ആണ്. In case that is a bad debt, we need to deduct it from the this. If in the question it is given as what is there as good debts, this 10,000, it is mentioned in the question as an what is that adjustment at last, isn't it? So that 10,000 we need to add it along with the other debts and also bills receivable. So total 3,15,000. That is the schedule number 7. Schedule number 7, that is this one. Trade receivable and cash equivalents like a cash in hand and a cash at bank may be there. That we will check it here. Cash in hand and cash at bank 20,700 and 76,700. Total how much? It is 97,400. And then other current assets, that is prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance. There it is. Prepaid insurance 14,600. That is to be added. Total 46,79,500. So in this way, we need to put or prepare based on the format for the final accounts of companies, the balance sheet. So once again, equity and liability under the shareholders funds. Under the shareholders funds, what all things will be there? Share capital is there and reserves and surplus. Then second item, share application, money, pending allotment. Some cases only it is coming. Then non-current liability and current liability. And in the asset case, non-current assets and the current assets will be displayed or will be added up. For that purpose, we need to prepare a notes to accounts like a statement, and we need to take from the notes to accounts the exact balances, and based on that we are preparing the balance sheet. So this is the with the notes to accounts problem. One more problem we need to check it. See, this is the prepare for a statement of profit and loss and also the balance sheet. This type of problem will ask in the your university question for 15 marks, because here from the trial balance is given. From that we need to prepare the statement of profit also and the balance sheet. So how it is to be there, particulars under that purchases, there is a debit side, what is that, the trial balance, debit side and the credit side. Purchases, stock, salary, wages, rent, furniture and fixtures, machinery, sundry expenses, dividend paid, debtors, cash in hand, cash at bank, patent and trademarks. While sales, reserve fund, sundry creditors, discount received, profit and loss account, share capital, that is 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each 1 lakh. Adjustments are stock on 31/3/2018 was worth 82,000. Depreciate the fixed asset at 10% and make a provision for the income tax at the rate of 3%. 3 or 30. I think it is 3. Okay. Prepare a statement of profit for the year ended 31st March 2018 and the balance sheet on the same day. So this type of problem, more adjustment will be there. This type of problem will ask in us C part, because standard problem is there. That is, you need to prepare statement of profit and loss and also the balance sheet. So starting with the statement of profit and loss, how it is to be. Understand how we prepare the statement of profit and loss? See, under that, first item is what? Revenue from operation. That is what? Sales. It is already given in the question. Other receipt, that is discount, isn't it? Discount received. 5,000. Isn't it? That is there in the question here. See, sales 4 lakh. Then where is the discount? Discount received is 5,000. See, that is also an income item. So that too, 4 lakh 5,000. That is the total of revenue. Expenses. Purchases is 2 lakh 95,000. Change in inventory of finished goods, like that is closing stock is there 82,000. Opening stock is there 75,000. So take the difference only. So 295 is there, and 7,000 is the difference between the inventory level. There is a difference between the opening and closing stock. So 7,000 that we are deducting. So 2,88,000 we noted. Then employee benefit expenses. Under that, we are add up the expenses. Before that, we need to put it almost all the items. So employee benefit expenses, that is the what all their salary and wages. So 50,000 and 7,500, that is 57,500. Then depreciation and amortization expenses, like what all depreciations are there? Depreciation on P&M is there. Depreciation on patent and trademarks is there. Depreciation on furniture and fittings is there. Total 5,083 it is coming. I think it is 30% itself. What? How much is the depreciation for? Which is depreciation? No, that is income tax. Fixed asset at 10%. So where is the fixed asset? Furniture and 50. So 1,700. Machinery 2,900. And which item? Where is the other? So furniture, patent and trademarks 483. So 10%, that is 5,083. That we, what is that? This is the depreciation and amortization expenses. Then other expenses, how it is to be 12,000 coming. See, rent and sundry expenses. Other expenses, മറ്റ് ചെലവുകൾ. ഈ amortization and depreciation അല്ലാതെയുള്ള ചെലവുകൾ, that is 12,000. That 12,000 also to be taken. Then take the total of this 2,88,000 plus 57,500 plus 5,083 plus 12,000. So 362,583. Take the difference between the revenue and the expenses. So what is that? Profit before exceptional as well as extraordinary as well as tax, isn't it? So here there is no other items. So only the tax is there. So we are getting the profit before tax. We need to deduct 30% as tax provision. So less tax expenses, that is 12,725, and take the total as profit after tax. So this is the statement of profit and loss, where revenue from operation and other receipts are there. That is to be added as an income. And from that, expenses total is taken. Take the difference, profit before tax. Other items are not here. So profit before tax, less tax, we get the net profit after tax. So this is the statement of profit. Then we going to prepare the, what is that, balance sheet. There, equity and liability. Under that, first heading is what? Shareholders funds. So under that, share capital, it is 1 lakh, already given in the question, isn't it? Paid up share capital, 10,000 equity shares of 10 each, fully paid up, that is 1 lakh. That is already given in the question, credit side of the trial balance. Then reserves and surplus. Reserve is 15,500. Surplus amount on the question 15,030. Then profit for the year. Last year the profit ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതും question 29,692. So 60,222 is the total. From that, we are deducting the dividend paid. Profit in the ഒരു ഭാഗമാണല്ലോ ഡിവിഡൻഡ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പം ബാക്കിയുള്ള റിസർവ്സ് നമ്മൾ കൂട്ടി വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത് ഡിവിഡൻഡ് കഴിച്ചതിന് ശേഷമുള്ള ഭാഗമാണ്. അപ്പൊ എന്താ, ഈ ഒരു ഡിവിഡൻഡ് എന്തിൽ നിന്ന് കുറയ്ക്കണം? ഈ കിട്ടിയ ടോട്ടൽ ഓഫ് റിസർവ്സിൽ നിന്ന് അല്ലെ സർപ്ലസിൽ നിന്ന് കുറയ്ക്കണം. അതാണ് 51,222. That is to be shown as the reserves and surplus. See, then share application money pending allotment, there is no item. Then non-current liability, nothing is there. Current liability, under that trade creditors or trade payables, that is creditors is there. No more item there. 17,500. Provision short term provision, how it is to be? We are checking provision for taxation. We already calculated as in the statement of profit and loss, isn't it? 12,725. That is provision for taxation. We put it there, short-term provision, and then provision short-term, that is taxation provision 12,725. Then take the total as 181,447. So this is with the equity and liability. And like the same asset side, non-current assets and current assets are there. So what are the items in non-current assets? Under that, fixed asset, tangible and intangible is there. So what are the tangible assets? The tangible assets are, see, plant and machinery, cost is 29, less depreciation 2,900, so 2,600. Furniture and fittings at cost 17,000, less depreciation 1,700, 15,300. So tangible assets are this one 41,400. And like the same, there is intangible assets is there. That intangible asset, what is that? Patent and trademark. At the cost assumed is 4830, less depreciation 483. So 4347 is the balance amount. So 41,400 is the tangible asset and intangible asset is 4347. Both constitute what? Non-current asset. And then current asset. What are the current assets? Inventory, isn't it? Inventory, then bills receivable, debtors, that all are the cash and cash equivalents, isn't it? So these all are the current assets. So first of all, what is there in the current asset? Inventory. Inventory, note number 6 is this. Stock, one item is only there, 82,000. So that is directly taken from the question and put it in the notes to accounts, and from there we are putting in the balance sheet. Then trade receivable, how much is there? Trade receivable, only debtors is there, no more adjustment. So 37,500. And next is cash and cash equivalents. Sure, there will be cash in hand is there, cash at bank is there. Both we added 16,200 we are getting. Isn't it? See, cash in hand 10,200, cash at bank 6,000. So this is the, take the total and then we are getting what? We are getting the current asset also, or the total of the asset side. So therefore equity and liability is equal to asset. Our problem is over. So very easy to do this one. So please look into this chapter, very important. Please look at this chapter, very important, because 15 marks questions you can catch it from where? This area, like statement of profit and loss, very easy to prepare. Only limited adjustment item will be asked, and also the balance sheet also to be prepared. So students, in this way, you need to do the balance problems also, like how a statement of profit and loss is to be prepared from a trial balance, and also a balance sheet is also to be prepared from the trial balance, so that you can familiar with this type of problems. Sure, this type of problems will ask 100% sure. So please have a look at that. Please do as much as problems like the exercises also, and also the illustration by yourself. And please have a look at today's topics. Please do it at the earliest. Means please study this thing at the earliest. So please confirm after uploading the video also.